Okay. So my name's Alex Bosley, and the business name is Joan's Tavern, and we turned 7 on November 2nd. So we've been here over 6 years now. So the brief backstory is that I worked for Buffalo Wild Wings for 18 years. Did everything from cook to general manager. Saw that this place was for sale in 2018, and with the way Uniontown had been open for a year, and you could see the revitalization of downtown Ashland was on the way, I felt it was silly not to try to be a part of it, knowing, or at least not, I don't want to say knowing, you never know everything, but having the confidence to run a small bar/restaurant, here in downtown and be part of the excitement of the growing downtown.
Yeah, that's a huge step to go from to just decide you want to do that. Talk me through that thought process. How did you get to that decision of wanting to open this place?
Well, a lot of it was simply that having worked in the industry for 18 years, it was really what I knew. Have a history degree from AU. I ended up getting my teaching license at one point, but everything just kept leading back to this industry because on the family end of it, when my children were younger, my wife teaches, so I could work nights and be home during the day. So if we had a sick day, a snow day, or whatever, it never mattered on. It didn't interfere with, the work, for my wife's work or my work working at nights. And I really just felt that, one, I could do it, and two, I wanted to do it, and three, from a financial standpoint, the previous owners, who were wonderful to work with, they'd owned the place for 28 years before, and they just wanted to, they wanted to move on and make a fresh start, and enjoy their post-work career or post-work lives, and so they sold, they sold everything: the building, the business, the license, and I couldn't let anything happen at that beautiful back bar. That would almost be a crime. So in the bar business, the pendulum had kind of swung towards, everything was family friendly, like Buffalo Wild Wings where I worked. It was more, became family oriented, and restaurants, cater to the children and everything like that, and that's okay, that's fine. One of your missions in this business or any business is butts and seats. So I felt that, but the other side of the coin is a lot of places that would only that didn't allow any under 21s in, didn't really care who they got, or what I just call a behavior expectation. We just have a behavior expectation here. Yeah, you can have fun, but you're not going to spoil somebody else's good time, and we pride ourselves on responsible alcohol service, making sure that the person doesn't go over the edge or have one too many. So I was, when I was talking to my wife about it, I said, at the current point in time in Ashland, it's changed now, having been almost 7 years, but at the current point in time, I didn't think there was a location that would not allow under 21s, but also abide to a behavior expectation, so you could go out with some friends and have a good time, and not worry about, for lack of just the kids. For example, like I'm a parent, and when I'm in my dad mode, like, that's great, but if I'm out on a date with my wife, I don't want to be dad Alex, I just want to be regular Alex again, so it's, and I felt that with the place being so small, I always say here that I don't have to cast a wide net. Not everybody will get Joan's Tavern, but the right people will get Joan's Tavern. So some people like it, which is great, and some people don't, which is fine as well. I mean, it's a personal taste thing, and that's okay. You don't have to. You don't necessarily have to please everybody. You just want to make sure that you just stay on top of your service and your food quality and your drink quality, and that's what we pride ourselves on, is that you're going to get good, consistent food, good, consistent drinks at a good price, and you're going to be happy when you leave. As you can see, or as you will see, we have a very small space here, so I don't have a hood system, I don't have a grill, I don't have fryers. So the mission is what can I make with the space that I have and make sure that it's good. So our signature item is our shredded barbecue chicken. So we'll do 8-inch hoagie rolls with shredded barbecue chicken, or we also do, we call them Beaker's barbecue chicken nachos. A friend of mine, who I nicknamed Beaker because he looked like Beaker from the Muppets, when we first opened and I started to slowly roll out food, it was December of 18, if you ordered a drink, you got a barbecue chicken sandwich whether you wanted it or not, because I wanted people to taste the food, make sure that it was good. And he kind of looked at me and goes, Alex, it's 9 o'clock on a Friday. I don't want a sandwich, but this would be great on some nachos. So it was like a, because I'm only 2 months into running the place, thinking of about a million things. So something, is as plain as day as putting my protein on nachos never occurred to me. So anyway, our signature item is the Baker's Barbecue Chicken Nachos, where we have a layer of Doritos, layer of Tostitos, shredded chicken, shredded cheese, shredded lettuce, sour cream, jalapenos. And we actually just did a collaboration with Ohio Fire where they did our barbecue chicken nachos as a pizza last weekend. And that went really well. But I make everything from scratch. So I do scratch-made chicken salad, I do scratch-made tuna salad, I do vegan scratch-made chickpea salad. So vegetarians and vegans have an option as well. In cold weather months, which is usually October to Memorial Day, but I guess what it is now, I should still be making, I do broccoli cheese soup, which we also make into buffalo chicken broccoli cheese soup. So I do buffalo chicken dip as well. So it's good fare. It's not fast food, but it's good food fast. The food is generally always ready, so you can come in and sit down and have your meal quickly. But it's homemade. And it's filling. I hate leaving a restaurant hungry, so I'm going to make sure my portion sizes are fair and nobody leaves here hungry. And that's what we really pride ourselves on. It's scratch made, it's homemade here in house, and it's just quite frankly really delicious. So we're really proud of that. And we also do have ham and turkey subs. We like to pilot high with ham and turkey, and you get lettuce, tomato, cheese, and just all the standard fare. But it takes people, sometimes it takes people a while to get used to the fact that we don't have burgers and wings and what would standard bar tavern food would be, but once they try our food, they're like, they get it, and they're like, okay, like, this is really good. So we're really proud of that.
Yeah, that's really great. What would you say your favorite part about owning this business is?
To me, it's the people. I purposely thought small. For example, I did manage the Buffalo Wild Wings in Ontario for about 4 years, and when you're dealing with a high volume, high staff, high everything restaurant like that, it's not so much the chaos that gets you, it's just the fact that you're just always buried in an office, and you're always playing catch up, and I lost what I fell in love with the restaurant and bar business. I lost what I love the most, was just talking to the people. So here it's nice because you just meet people from all walks of life. They're all here to socialize and have a good time. It's not, it's not an angry bar or anything like that. And I'm just a naturally curious person, so I like to hear what people do, what makes them tick. What do they like, what do they dislike. So to own the building, to own the business, and to be able to just bartend and really do what I love is what makes it awesome. I don't want to trade that for anything. We've had a moderate amount of success. We've survived 6.5 years. We survived through COVID. We've won the Ashland Area Chamber of Commerce Small Business of the Year Award in 2021. So we're doing a lot of things right, but nothing happens without the customers, and I just love that. We have so many awesome, cool people that come in here regularly, and to just watch them interact, to be able to interact with them, and to just, for lack of a better term, to just be a part of what can bring some joy to people's lives. Be it, watching a ball game, listening to the jukebox, or just having a beer after work and talking about your day or celebrating milestones. It's really awesome. And I really wouldn't want any other way. People have asked if I'd ever consider expanding, and I just always say no. I don't want to be stuck in an office again. I want to be the bartender that owns the bar. I do want to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to talk about Joan's Tavern. And I guess the thing that I would like to highlight about the business is one of my phrases when we first opened is that you're going to wish you were here sooner. And if you haven't given us a chance, I would really like to see you come through the door and give us a shot, try the food, try the drinks, try the atmosphere. I think you're going to like the crowd. I think you're going to have a good time. And that's really what it's all about, is when you have some free time and you want to spend it and enjoy yourself, I hope that we can be part of the rotation, because we do have a good time here, and we're proud of the food, proud of the service, and it's just we've put in a lot of hard work to make it a place that not only I can be proud of, but Ashland can be proud of, and a place to come and socialize with your friends. It's never too loud, and we're just really happy to have a good, clean, safe, and comfortable environment for anybody that wants to come in. My name's Alex Bosley, and I own Joan's Tavern, and we're here at Ashland. We're located at 165 Union Street, and there is a city parking lot directly across the street, so there's plenty of parking. You don't have to worry about driving around. We're open Monday through Saturday. We open at 11 a.m. on Monday through Friday. We close at 11 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We close at 1 a.m. on Friday. Saturdays we open at noon, and we're open until 1 a.m. We are available for on-site, off-site catering. We do private parties here. You can rent the space at a very reasonable rate. We are on Facebook at Joan's Tavern. We're on Instagram at Joan's Tavern. If you ever have any questions, you can message Joan's Tavern. We do have a landline phone, and our phone number is 419-289-9092. Give us a call, send us a message. We're always happy to answer any questions and let you know that we hope to see you here soon.